A stunning first map from HellRaisers. At this point, do we even call it an upset? This team is looking great, but can they repeat the performance going into map number 2? It's going to be maybe a little more favourable now for fnatic moving on to Inferno. Obviously, that was a map that they don't really like to play, at least a recent performance. But again, HellRaisers, they've taken this map off top teams, they've taken it off Na'Vi, they've taken it off FaZe. What else is there to say?
Are they going to be able to take it off fnatic? That's what I've got left to say. Oh, I think that's a little bit. Headset. There we go. Yeah, my headset fell off almost. There we go.
Reverse it, just put it all the way.
There we go. We're back on. But yeah, it's especially coming off a performance like that, it seems like fnatic are having an off day. It seems like they're not really performing to the best of their ability, and HellRaisers are capitalizing on that, and I will not be surprised if they're able to do it again. I mean, your prediction of 2-0 is certainly reasonable at this point. I still say fnatic definitely have a shot here, and so do Betway. They do favour them.
Legitimate, I should be a full-time better. I'm going to quit casting because I can't do them both, but I should just become a full-time better. With these odds, I just all in HellRaisers, bet my house. I'm so confident. I'm so confident.
Anyone, I would advise against betting your house.
Yeah, this is me. You can do what you want. I wouldn't recommend that, but
yeah.
But yeah,
terrible idea.
I still think those odds are really, really good, especially with not only have HellRaisers just taken the previous map. I think the reason it's still favouring fnatic, obviously, is because this is a map that fnatic can play, but it's not one they play a lot. So that's the big question mark. There's still a question mark.
Yeah.
Again, you know, it's a good map for HellRaisers, but fnatic have only got 4 matches played on it in the last 3 months. 3 of them they won, but only 4 matches is not a lot of data to go off.
Exactly. So, I mean, HellRaisers, as you said, we've seen them take it off those top teams, and we've seen them time and time again come and step up to the plate. fnatic, it's really in your court again. I'm going to say it once more. I said it earlier. It's fnatic's game to lose. I think this is also going to be fnatic's game to lose. Lost the first one, but I'm going to bring it back.
MVP 4-second map.
Oh, it has to be Woxic.
No, from fnatic.
Oh, from fnatic.
You give me fnatic.
Not sure.
Who really
I'm unsure in.
Yeah.
I'm not
maybe
really
Lecro.
Sure. Yeah, actually, maybe. Yeah, that's certainly reasonable. Lecro is no, to be fair, Lecro with the quad Deeg, I mean, has to be right.
Just off the back of that.
That's all
they had, really.
Well, let's see if he's going to get any quad kills in this game. We are now underway. Inferno, HellRaisers on the T side versus fnatic on the CT side, and he's trying to chime in early, but he's not able to land the shots just yet. Taken down to 37 HP. Pulling back now through apartment. So fnatic, with a little bit of information, they do know there's 2 players in second mid. They know that they aren't going for that full-on B rush just yet. They know they're just spreading out, getting information where they can get it. So fnatic can do the same thing.
Yeah, unfortunate early damage, but no one's gone down for either team. It's fnatic. They only have JW peeking mid. Everyone else playing passive on the site. So HellRaisers not even going to be tempted by that potential bait on A. They'll just walk up towards B. 1 rotation coming in for a 3rd player on this B bomb site. So fnatic with a really good defense. They need to get into the site very, very quickly. Still yet to find a kill on either team. It's finally coming in for Angel. He lands both towards the CT spawn, and it's close in the smoke. Not going to allow JW to push through at all. As the bomb goes down, we're going to be seeing a triple retake here for fnatic, but nothing really to play with. They are not going to be favoured here. And JW, man, you said he wasn't having the best map on Mirage. Apparently, he's not hit for DMs.
No, he's really struggling here so far, and they're just completely mopping it up. But now it's Lecro, man of the previous game, but no, Issa shuts it down. HellRaisers take the pistol round on the T side here on Inferno, and they're just going to continue to keep steamrolling through what seems to be fnatic's weakness, this CT side. They had a strong T side on Mirage, and they're looking to potentially bring that back in again. We said before, HellRaisers have had a strong T side on these maps, on these matchups, but fnatic, you really need to come back in. But it's only the first round. There's only 1 round out of the way. There's still at most 29 to go, at least 15. So still a lot to play for fnatic, and they're going to hold yet again aggressively on Banana and take a lot of damage from the nade, and Angel finishes off the kill onto Gold.
Yeah, great start. Flasher also tagged up in the process. Not going to be a healthy fnatic for the time being. JW's chipping away mid, so doing a bit of damage, but nothing significant as we start to see HellRaisers mount their push onto this B bomb site. The Eagle from Crims. But the smoke is going to rain over, rendering this position pretty useless as that blooms. He can't really fight in it. Flusher is going to be left with it all to do on his own. Crims potentially jumping in through this smoke, but again with the Deagle, not exactly the most mobile weapon in the game. Angel going to find one. Crims does trade in through the smoke, but I'm not expecting too much more here from fnatic. Again, they've only got Deagles left for this retake, and HellRaisers are going to get the bomb down.
Oh, no they're not. JW able to shut down Dead Fox as the bomb does get planted just there. Now, it's still 3v3, so they have got a little bit of a hope as well, especially since Angel is very low on HP now. They do have another smoke to smoke off CT, but the boost from JW is going to spot out another kill. So Angel gets taken down. 2 players left standing. Deagle's on all of these fnatic players, so they do have the one-tap potential pushing on in, but Zero is just going to be able to shut down that push. Crims finds one in return, but the spray from Banana is just too strong. 13 HP left, but that's all you need. HellRaisers take a second, but fnatic do a very good job at limiting the economy.
How close can you come? 1 bullet left in the mag there, and Zero gets the final kill with it. Yeah, fnatic, really good damage done. The only awkward part is they can't really play off the back of that. Typically, if you're having these force buy rounds and you're having success in them, you're getting 4 kills, you would buy up off the back of that, just because you know you can shut down HellRaisers onto eco. But fnatic haven't built up economy yet. They've only got 2k. So we have a nade stack, 4 players on B, but it's not exactly a great position to be in for fnatic again, because HellRaisers have got a double Mac 10 in play, triple rifle, damage done onto Angel. We could see this nade set up into B, but it's Woxic just running on in. Does take down the first, but traded immediately.
The bomb still rotated all the way back towards mid, so they're looking to put pressure onto A. And Angel actually gets knifed, so JW suddenly comes up with a lot of bank, has that AK-47 as well that he's picked off. But the bomb now all the way over on A site is just going to be able to be planted there, and there's really not too much fnatic can do. They're going to be looking to save these guns that they've managed to get, and only JW looking for this peak. Golden going to be going in for the trade, and JW is actually very smart to push in after that, able to get the kill over onto Issa, and now Flusher taking down one as well. It's just Dead Fox, so they are looking to be going for this. Dead Fox shuts down the push from Flusher on the short, and then 1 tap to the head of JW means that they aren't going to be able to save anything into the next round. 3 rounds on the board. fnatic, though, have a lot of money. JW had the knife, so he's going to be able to buy up the orb, and HellRaisers have to rebuy fully. So they are really going to be struggling here. Again,
this is a good sign of things to come. If fnatic can bring 2 ecos to a 1v1, one of them, considering they didn't upgrade any pistols, they just had USPs with nades as well. They bring it down to a 1-on-1. Doable now as we go into the buy rounds. They're going to be a little bit more favored maybe. Golden down on an MP9, but everyone else is looking pretty good. We've got a kit on him as well. JW unable to find that pick in mid. It's Woxic just holding the right side, and they push their way up towards the top of second mid here for HellRaisers. So JW forced back into a far more passive position. He's got support from Crims on top of the porch, and HellRaisers just putting pressure on all sides of the map. They've used a lot of utility early on, and that's something that fnatic haven't been baited out for. They still have plentiful amounts here on the CT side, so that's going to be good as HellRaisers start to run out of smokes. If they go for an execute and fnatic can throw down these 2 Molotovs, instantly that just shuts down whatever set piece HellRaisers have.
Take the top of Banana seems to be the orders from HellRaisers. They have got their feet firmly planted there, but it looks like they want to back off now. Mid and second mid control almost in their favor as well, as they have managed to get JW to back off that mid position with the AWP, so they have got some presence. But again, moving back and forth, deciding what they want to do. HellRaisers still biding their time towards Banana, looking to push on through, and now the utility is starting to be used. fnatic have dropped all of those incendiary grenades, so they don't have that going for them. Flusher spraying on down towards the aggressive troops, and the shutdown comes through as they start to push it on. Flusher able to trade it back finally onto Issa as the spray continues, and through the wall lands the headshot onto Angel. Has a couple more bullets to spray, and that's going to do some damage onto Dead Fox. He's going to be jumping to the back of sight, but Lecro has pushed on. Dead Fox shuts that down, and Woxic finds another onto JW. Now Flusher and Crims both going for this retake. Dead Fox watching the short does spot him out, but that's the kill. Woxic trades it back onto Flusher. 1 versus 1. The off shot doesn't manage to land. Woxic, MVP from the last match. Are you going to be able to MVP this one? Crims falls, and now HellRaisers put 4 rounds on the board, and fnatic, economically, they are devastated.
Yeah, really good round from Woxic. No way he should be able to win that. They pull it back from a 2v4 post plant. fnatic decimated, and yeah, look at how close these rounds are coming. So all it's going to take is one for fnatic to force HellRaisers into eco. That's the most important factor of all of this, I think we've noticed. So yeah, there's always a chance for fnatic to get into this game early just because of the damage that they have been doing on these rounds. So again, pistols, they've had effect with them in the past, but they're going to need a little bit more. Just one more kill more, in fact. As they set up 3 players up on A, 2 towards B. Utility used early on for the CT side as they throw their nades in. And Deadfox gets tagged, but that's all that they're going to find here on this CT side. HellRaisers trying to bait out whatever little utility fnatic have in play by throwing down that smoke, but all it does is show the position of flusha, who has to wrap back round towards the coffins. And HellRaisers just taking this one slow.
Again, they haven't committed the bomb, so they haven't pushed up towards the top of Banana, and they have multiple options now for what they can do. Pushing up mid seems to be where they have turned their attention. We'll have a player to contend with, JW hiding in dark, and 2 players over towards pit and balcony. HellRaisers playing it slow once more. They have taken a little bit of damage onto Deadfox, but that's not going to be too bad. The Molotov comes through and JW peeks out wide, anticipating that damage coming through and is able to capitalize. Gets the kill, but they are just going to continue to steamroll through towards the A-bomb site. 1 player left on site. Crims has the deagle. Will he be able to land the shots? Spots out 1 player, trigger discipline from him. Goes for the headshot, finds it as Zero spins around and is able to just shut him down, but not before taking a bullet. 1 player DC from the circle, so we'll have a technical pause after this, I imagine. fnatic, 2 players left on the retake.
Yeah, just safe. Not even going to bother going for it. Golden's found himself an AK. flusha going to look to do the same as he just holds on for exits. But still, it's going to be a 5th round found for HellRaisers as they start to wrap things together here on the T side. A great early start. fnatic finally, for a change, not finding damage into this one, at least not significant. Only 2 kills. As HellRaisers might not even lose anyone here. Again, I'm not sure if they can even save Zero towards a pit, for example, because this is going to do a lot of damage in the bottom. I think it does about 50 damage, so maybe he'll just survive. Okay, yeah, so 40 damage, 41 damage onto Zero. He gets away with 7 points of health. So they all save their guns. That's very positive. 5-0 for HellRaisers. fnatic now putting money back in for the buy, and the AWP going to be in for JW. This is where he needs to hit his shots. We noticed not having the best of performances so far. Now he needs to shine if fnatic want to do well.
Certainly has it in him. We've seen it before. Hopefully we'll see it again. Coming into round number 6. Versus HellRaisers, they've taken 5 rounds. Now, generally at the start of a game, the standard is you see 0-3. If they lose that, 0-5, and then the refrag comes in. Yeah. So hopefully fnatic can put it up here. The nade not finding too much damage onto Woxic, but JW finds the rest of it.
Great first pick, going to shut down Woxic, and that's a crucial player to lose already. HellRaisers not going to be in a great spot. The AWP dropped, but Deadfox can still pick that up. Not sure if he's going to opt for it. Sticking with the AK, the gun that he had so much effect in over on Mirage, and again, damage traded up on Banana, but they're not too sure of that. flusha down to 8, Angel hit as well, but Issa, look at that pick, just crouch walks into the fight from Crims, and he takes the kill as well. fnatic, that's an unfortunate man to lose, and with flusha already being very low, despite his pre-rotation back towards the A-bomb site, he's only got 8 points of health, so he's not exactly in a position where he can get a lot done. And in the meantime, HellRaisers is setting up outside of B, with just only Golden here. If they committed to this, it could be great, but Bomb falls back towards A, 50 seconds on the clock, HellRaisers maybe reconsidering.
They have taken damage when they tried to push onto the A site before, so maybe they're thinking twice about this. They do still need to be careful. JW falling towards Library, and they have a lot to contend with. There's 2 players. Zero pushing out here could walk him straight into the sights of Lecro, as he is playing really close up to the smoke. The flash through will give him that hint, and the spray isn't on target. Lecro certainly is, though. The headshot comes out onto Zero, and the push from A is looking relatively strong, but JW shuts down yet another one, and a lot of damage already onto HellRaisers means that they're super low. Pushing on, the plant does come through, but there's a lot of fnatic players looking to bear down on this one. 10 HP left on Deadfox, 35 left on Angel, and as I say them, they fall. fnatic take the round, and the defuse comes out.
Yeah, and keeping 3 players alive as well. The one player to step up for that round is JW, so we can't take that away from him. Sloppy first map, but definitely making up for it into the early stages of Inferno. All fnatic need to do is keep it in their stride. They can't afford to allow HellRaisers to get this reset, as now the T's are going to have a bit of money for a buy. Still sloppy, though. That's one thing to note. Obviously, we've talked about how much damage fnatic have been doing into these buy rounds, so HellRaisers not a lot of cash to fall back on. The bomb plant only just going to make this possible, but Issa down on the CZ, 2 Galils, double AK, utility's fine. But again, fnatic definitely favoured coming into this 7th round, and that's going to give them even more chance to wrap 2 together and start to build up this CT economy that is so hard to maintain on Inferno.
AWP being flashed out for JW. Lecro's there to back him up, so he's not too worried about some aggression coming in from second mid or even just straight down mid. And he has back up front. So there's 2 players playing on the opposite side of A site. JW set up that crossfire. They have the ability to just wait for these Ts to turn the corners, and apartments getting pushed in now. So they're going to be wary of a player playing on balcony, but there isn't going to be one as deadFox jumps through the smoke, gets shut down. Zero able to trade it back. Crims holding on the short side as JW pushes up towards the site. Not too sure how I feel about this. If he misses his shots, he's going to go down, and Woxic is going to be the one to do it. 4 players now for HellRaisers. They haven't taken the A site fully yet, and all 3 fnatic players have rotated in to go for this hold.
But they need to get this bomb down soon because that smoke is about to dissipate, and they only have 1 left on Woxic. So this bomb plant is pivotal. He goes towards a backside plant. This is only good for graveyards, not for the pit. So HellRaisers probably have to keep a lot of players in the bomb site here. Issa will, as he's on the CZ, wants to play things in a bit of a closer range, but the Molotovs are landing in for fnatic. Unfortunately, though, for the Swedes, not a lot of damage done. A flash through the smoke. Issa will be loving that. 1 kill for him. Zero jumps on top of the box, and he gets traded, but it's Woxic towards the back of the site to clean it up. 3 kills. Again, when does this man stop fragging? He's 8 and 4 currently into this game. And fnatic, as soon as they pick up one on the CT side, they just get straight up reset.
4K on Flusher, but that's not going to do much good. He's going to maybe buy up a Deagle or maybe a CZ or drop 1 or 2, but it's really not looking good for fnatic right now, especially on a map that we thought that they might be stronger on coming in against HellRaisers. HellRaisers outperforming them at every turn yet again. Just seems like fnatic are getting run over here for HellRaisers. This is a really good result so far.
Definitely so. They've just got to keep it up. fnatic, a team known, at least in the old days, for their comebacks. So this is definitely not over. We are so early on into this game, up towards Banana. All these Ts, Woxic opening up, and Issa as well following. Everyone from HellRaisers getting a kill, and fnatic 1 by 1 are falling apart. Again, it's only an eco, so you can't look too deep into it. fnatic, a very uncharacteristic map of them so far. JW will grab a kill, but he gets flanked from Zero. And Letgo with just a P250 to work with. The smoke down towards CT. This should be HellRaisers round, and it should be clean.
Well, the steps are going to give away his position. They know exactly where he is. He pushes through, lands a headshot onto Angel, so 1 less rifle saved, but that doesn't really matter. HellRaisers will have enough money to buy that straight back up. Chuck it on over, although they have limited it relatively well. If they're able to get a couple of frags here on this force buy, they will once more keep HellRaisers down in the ditches, but they've already got 7 rounds on the board to fnatic's 1. So you can limit the economy all you want, but you can't limit the rounds, and it seems like they're not doing that. The scoreline is what really matters at the end of the day, and as it comes ever closer to the end of this half, fnatic need to start putting some rounds up.
That they do indeed. Things are getting scary, and they take banana control this time, or at least attempt to, but nades in response. HellRaisers don't want to give this one up without a fight. Angel spots the jump. fnatic can't even go for this as well. They throw in the deep smoke, but it does absolutely nothing. Angel peeking allows deadFox to move in closer, and that flashbang maybe allows a peek, but the smoke down for fnatic, so holds off HellRaisers for the time being. That being said, fnatic's attempt to try to control banana does not go their way. The 2 SMGs unable to take any control, although a bit of damage goes on to Angel. It's still favourable for HellRaisers considering the weaponry they have in play. fnatic, limited by the weaponry, are going to just be playing very passive. No control towards apartments, nothing up through middle. They've given up their B presence as well as they fall back towards the site. But HellRaisers started to reconvene. Just deadFox down on B as he always does to throw in that utility, just to force a fake and keep fnatic players at bay. And everyone else from HellRaisers up towards middle they go.
First face, JW with the UMP. Issa will spot him out, or will he? The nade comes through and JW goes for it, turns it in the corner, but gets traded out by Zero. Not able to transfer the spray, but 1 kill is received on fnatic, and they do get a little bit more info. They know where the stack from HellRaisers is coming from. They know where they need to put their players, and the bomb actually has rotated away, so now it's going to be Golden to try and hold off the onslaught. Dead Fox just twitching around these corners, turns away, but he is able to land the headshot with that MP9 flashbang, able to allow him to push all the way back. A lot of damage going out, and Golden finally falls, but not before Angel and Zero both taken very low. Timeout. I didn't even see that.
I was waiting for you to realize. fnatic pick it up. No time for the bomb plant there. That kill from Golden onto Deadfox single-handedly shut down the round. And the worst part about that as well is HellRaisers keep 2 players alive, so no loss bonus for them as well. Very, very unfortunate. This has got to be a force. Yeah, they just got to throw everything in. Not only is the scoreline great, so it doesn't really matter. They can afford to lose a couple more in a row. But obviously, you know, when you have these saved players and some with loss bonus, some without, just put all your money into it. Just go for the buy and kind of play a little bit looser as Woxic looks to do exactly that. Fast in towards middle. We've not seen this before from the AWP player. Crims is there, but it's going to be the Y peak from Angel that goes away. JW takes him down. Woxic mollied and falls back. And HellRaisers already starting things off on the back foot.
Utility damage massive from fnatic. They've already taken three players down to half HP. Angel obviously going down to JW. Lecro finds it onto Zero, and he had quite a lot of HP left, if I remember correctly. Dead Fox now over towards this B site, trying to push in, pushing and moving with the bomb as well. B site is the readjusted focus from HellRaisers. JW could find himself a very, very impactful flank. They need to be able to get this bomb plant down, and they don't want to let the timer run out. They've already felt the bite of that once, and the bomb does fall, but it's not on the bomb site. HellRaisers drop that one down. fnatic, again, in control of the map now. They know where the bomb is. They know where the HellRaisers players are going to be, but Issa still moving around in the middle side of that map, not allowing anyone to rotate, so they don't have full freedom just yet.
Yeah, but the issue is he still hasn't have the bomb under control, and Deadfox doesn't know if JW's still in this position. The aggression up on Banana almost goes wrong, and Deadfox grabs one, but it's a trade back from flusha. The man himself keeping them in this is now Issa. Left in an awkward spot, 23 seconds, spots that flank. So JW's original push down towards ramp has been dropped, but with that, Issa's just going to hold onto the gun. Realizes there's not the time nor the HP to go for this one. And 2 rounds in a row, he receives no loss bonus. Not a banking man himself. It's going to be fnatic to find 3 here on the CT side. You gave me a weird look. Do you not?
No.
It's not production speaking to us. It's just the sound of the radio in the spawn.
Oh wow! Okay, I don't think I've ever heard that before.
Yeah, no,
that was such a weird. That was such a weird little soundbite.
Chatting some Italian. You gave this really weird look, and I felt like you looked like you were trying to concentrate on like what production's saying in my ear. What's happened? What's going on?
Yeah, no.
Pause. Nope. just a bit of Italian. Just a bit of Italian.
Yeah. Only if production do it in Italian will I be able to listen from now on. fnatic taking that round again off the back of the timeout. It felt like HellRaisers just weren't actually like paying attention to the clock, just like me, in fact. Because I didn't realize, because it didn't look like a team that was worried about the timer. They were taking it slow, stutter peeking, going in slow, just checking all their angles. And obviously I didn't check the clock because I feel like HellRaisers maybe not paying too much attention, but then again, what do I know? I'm just a caster. They're the team. Now, the push onto A.
Yeah, quick up towards short. Lecro, nice defense in the apartment's going to mow down 2. And while he will get traded from Issa, he's now alone. A 1v4, the bomb dropped on the site. He spots a corner, but Crims, with all his might, finds that frag. And fnatic, they keep it going. They've started to pull things back. So 4 rounds here on the CT side, and with the money now from HellRaisers again in pieces, fnatic looking like they could pick up a 5th. So again, HellRaisers still leading this one heavily. They could lose the rest of this half and it could go 8-7 and they could still be happy on the T side. But still, fnatic, considering the start of this half, have now brought things back into a better situation than it once was.
Certainly a 7-1. A pretty abysmal scoreline, but it feels like fnatic have really picked up their feet, and with that aggression, they've picked up the bomb drop as well, and the sprays are just coming through left, right, and center. They're just going to clean this one out. One more kill now left to find. Issa has the deagle, so could find the headshot, but no, Golden shuts it down. So a lot of SMG gold. Going gold? Going over to
money.
Golden.
Yeah, Golden gets some gold.
Yeah, Golden gets the gold.
That.
Why not? No, I'm thinking of different games, unfortunately. But no, it is dollars in this one. I can confirm that, in fact, we do run on a real currency in Counter-Strike. And a lot of it going over to fnatic, and HellRaisers spending every last ounce that they have on those weapons.
No AWP on Woxic as well, so again, a limiting factor from what some would say, myself included, the star of the team. Nice molly down Banana. Deadbox forced to use his utility to get rid of that as well. So good bait out from fnatic. As he starts to move up towards the B site, they're just going to be putting nades and flashes over the top, but he peeks knowing they've got nades in their hands. He can take a kill. Sadly for him, though, Flusher's there to trade, but off the back of that, HellRaisers could have just burst into the B site. Either way, they slow things down, and now, knowing that fnatic are going to pre-rotate a second player over, they may reconsider this B site. A is now looking a lot less defended, although it's 2 players up in the apartments. This is a bit of an interesting setup. We actually saw G2 users yesterday against LDLC on this exact map with the AWP, and it did work out quite well. But this time it's B. HellRaisers walking up, and no trade in sight. JW opens things up, but finally Woxic will respond.
They're able to slow him down. The incendiary did actually pop off there from JW. Despite going down, he does have a dying wish, and that's for HellRaisers not to be able to push onto the B-bomb site, and they aren't going to be able to do that in time. But Flusher rotating away, the bomb's still there. What are you doing? Like, there was some aggression over towards A, so the fake, yep, that's reasonable to sort of call that one out. HellRaisers, though, now have got control of the B-bomb site. Flusher will have spotted that around the edge of the smoke, I believe. So looking for those players. The jump up, pretty sure he spotted that one as well. So they have info on what's going on, but that spray through CT, through the smoke, Issa finds a load of damage, and now Lekro's the last left with full HP, pushing on from that banana position. They're going to start shutting down the positions where they can be, and Issa finding even more damage, pushes out, and he is shut down finally. Now it's just Woxic, has a lot of players to contend with, but they're all relatively low. So there's he's going to go. Started off with the first one, pushes onto the site around the edge of the smoke. They're spraying through, and he has so much opportunity here. Spray, and Woxic clutches us out. 1 versus 3. HellRaisers take a brilliant round. That is exactly what they need to see. fnatic now 8-5 disadvantage. They have got a lot of money, so they are going to be able to buy back into this round, but HellRaisers with a very unexpected win.
Yeah, just great stuff as well from Issa on the site to actually delay the push back in. He gets spotted going for that spray through smoke, does damage. Crims throws a Molotov. He repositions towards that back pillar on the left side of the site and just delays fnatic to push in. Allows Woxic to pick up that clutch, and what a clutch it was. But it wouldn't be HellRaisers if they didn't win a round in a 1vx. Now, the money is still yet to build up for T side because, again, they lose 4 players in the previous. So they have to invest everything they have, and it's not enough. The UMP, a Galil, and utility is okay, but fnatic still have a better buy. However, have already lost JW. That's Angel to pick things up in middle, dropping the AWP player. And HellRaisers, with that pick, they're just going to walk straight up towards the A bomb site. Again, we've got this double setup here from fnatic, both players in the apartments, and they're going to aggress. They're going to bring a bit of confrontation here, but there's a crossfire from HellRaisers. Trade potential. Crims lands a shot. Issa still close on the corner, and he trades.
The push still continuing, though, as they just keep racking up those frags. Angel finds 2 headshots. He's been on the swivel continuously throughout both of these maps so far. Final one cleaned out as Golden does fall, and now HellRaisers take 9-5 on the half so far. Last round here, so all money needs to go in. No point saving anything. You aren't going to be able to carry it forwards. And what are they going to be able to pick up here? A lot of utility actually being invested in for fnatic, and a lot of armor as well. So they do have quite a bit of strength if they're able to get those early frags, if they're able to use that utility, get that damage down, which they have done previously. They've done a lot of damage to HellRaisers, especially on Banana, with those nades, with those Molotovs. Exactly here, they're baiting out the smoke as well. So that's where a lot of their strength in the trades comes from. If they're able to play smart and play around that, fnatic will need to find this round if they want a favorable half.
Nice shot from Crims, though. Drop 0 in second middle, so fnatic already off to a good start. But again, with the weaponry they have, even that pick isn't going to make things a free round for them. They've got a lot more to do. The only rifle striking up for this CT side, and HellRaisers, if they just stay grouped into this, I honestly feel like they could just bulldozer over these SMGs left on fnatic's roster. Angel, exactly that, fast up towards B, entering open as he takes down Gold, and it's a response from Flusher with the Deagle, but Angel's hungry for more as he chases into the spawn. 2 kills, make it 3 as he drops JW as well. And Angel, not typically known as a mad fragger from the team, but he can put up numbers, and this is what we talk about. This HellRaisers roster is so full of individual talent. They are just running wild over fnatic, and 10 rounds on the half is looking even more likely as 2 are left to retake.
And it looks like they are individually skilled, but they've found the glue that binds them. They're pushing fnatic back. One of the top teams They've beaten FaZe already, and they're continuing to doing the same thing against a lot of these very, very strong rosters that we're seeing being put forwards in the EPL. And they are just going to close the half out. 10-5, HellRaisers dominating this first half. Are they going to be able to do the same into the second? fnatic need to pick up their game. We'll find out after the break.
A great start for HellRaisers to go into that second map. They lead it 10-5 in Inferno. But again, we move into the second half. We've talked about this before. The team of comebacks. This is fnatic we're talking about, so there's always potential. But let's talk a little bit about how the players are playing. Obviously, we've got a bit of a step up in terms of the fnatic side. JW, top of the board right now, 17-13 in the half. We've got Crims following slowly behind him, and I think 13 kills, and he only had 9 in the first map. So a bit of a step up individually from the side of fnatic, but the scoreline not showing it.
Yeah, I mean, you can get all the kills you want, and we saw that's probably going to be coming from the fact that those first 4 or 5 rounds, only one player was left up on the side of HellRaisers. Yeah. So obviously those frags are going to be coming through, and they're going to be showing on those scoreboards, but it's not translating into rounds, and that's really where the money is, right? You need that to come through to the scoreline, because that's how you win the game in the end. I mean, the economy is just something that you use to do that, but the fast aggression up banana, just getting some intel for fnatic as they pull back and go towards this A site.
Yeah, and triple utility setup. The triple nade at top of B doesn't do anything. Apart from pre-rotate a HellRaisers player over, we can already see Woxic falling back towards that A site slowly but surely. Now, fnatic starting to use this triple smoke, and they can just run up towards the A bomb site. HellRaisers completely cornered out of their own site. Issa tries to tap down from the heavens, but he's unable to land anything. It's Angel to strike as Woxic is the first CT to fall down. fnatic already starting to chase these kills. They've cornered these guys in the pit, and they're going to be doing the damage. JW1, Letcro not able to follow. It's actually JW with 2 there. It's on a 3K right now. It's fnatic's round clearly, as they close it out with 6-10, and a great scoreline at that to start to bring things back into the second half. But one round.
So this is something that I talked about really early on, actually after the first round, that fnatic had a much stronger T side on Mirage earlier on, and obviously it seems like they're being able to do the same thing here on Inferno. I imagine what's going to happen is we're just going to see that sort of depth of experience from some of these Fnatic players come through and really just start to show in terms of the coordination that they're able to pull off. Those set plays, obviously we saw that massive wall of smoke just completely zoning HellRaisers away from their own bomb site without having to go for any of those frags, and then JW pushing through, getting that double kill, and obviously the rest of them following up. But Fnatic able to take that ground without using anything but their utility. Obviously, the odds still favoring HellRaisers. They do have that dominating scoreline, but so much closer than we've seen from a lot of these matchups so far this week. And all credit to HellRaisers, they do deserve that sort of a rating. Yeah,
they've just flipped exactly, like literally just swapped from the two teams after the first map. So that's quite interesting to see. But it's going to be up towards middle for Fnatic as they face up against Pistols here. 3 players in mid, but Bomb's still down on B. So this is just a fake. They're just trying to either bait out utility or draw rotations. But HellRaisers are not biting. 2 players left on that B site, both Zero and Dead Fox. A Deagle and a CZ75 as the smokes will start to be set up from Fnatic. Counter smoke from Dead Fox, but they're surely going to push through that. They have a couple of SMGs in play, quite a few in fact. Zero, massive work done, 2 kills, but he doesn't have time for the reload. This is the CZ we're talking about. So Crims trades back into a 3-on-2 though, as Woxic finds another one with a CZ. So HellRaisers doing work here on the retake, leaves just a UMP and a MAC-10 left for Fnatic.
Look at the armor as well for HellRaisers. That MAC-10 is not going to have very much impact at all. Only Woxic doesn't have a helmet. And there's another kill onto Lekro, so it's just that MAC-10 that stands between them. The armor is going to do so much work. And Angel able to get the kill. HellRaisers take the rebuttal. Fnatic drop the ball, and now it's looking like it's the old ways. 11-6 is going to be our scoreline. HellRaisers take the round.
Wow. Save an AK and a double UMP as well, Fnatic. What can you say about that? Losing control of the post plant. This is what we talk about when we see too many SMG buy-ups after winning that pistol. It's so dangerous. Obviously, the amount of money you get from it is great if you can manage to pick up those anti-ecos, but if you're up against a team that's able to put up kills with these CZ75s that we've been seeing become so much more meta recently with the nerf of the other pistols. And Fnatic are in a really dangerous spot, and they'll pay the price. Now down to just pistols. Glocks, Deagle, a couple of PT50s here and there as well, and HellRaisers is just bringing the heat. They're bringing the aggression. Fast down towards middle. Zero already dropping the bomb and starting off with a couple of kills.
Dead Fox as well. They're just shutting down Fnatic's aggression. Obviously no armor, so it's to be expected. They are playing a sort of a weird sort of bonus round. Not really, kind of, not too sure what you'd call it, but another kill comes through, and it's just going to be a matter of time before these Fnatic players get shut down. Another one to go, and now it's just Crims, lands the headshot, but does get shut down in the end. So only 1 kill going over to Fnatic, but they were going to be upgrading those rifles anyway, so they're not going to be too unhappy about that. An AK given over onto... Actually, no. Woxic does buy up that AWP. That is given back to Angel. But again, now we're going to see this first full rifle round coming out of this half. Fnatic need to step up here because this scoreline is looking pretty shaky.
Yeah, this is their opportunity to get themselves into this game once again. The pistol was their first chance, but they lost it with the anti-eco. Now they need to find this bio. HellRaisers going to be running away with this map. Woxic finds a tag. Angel finishes off the job as well. And HellRaisers, look at that fallback. Look at the coordination, sorry. They find that kill and they instantly just give up mid. They're like, okay, we don't need to fight this area of the map. We've got to pick. Fnatic are weakened. We're tagged up as well, so we can't afford to lose any players here up against these AKs. So HellRaisers just start to move towards a more passive setup. As you can now see, the AWP from Woxic, that's going to just be holding up on short. We've got Issa up on the balcony, and we've also got Angel just playing from pit. So HellRaisers allowing Fnatic to wrap into the CT spawn if they do so wish, but with Woxic in this position, he can at least get information if Fnatic push up mid.
Doesn't look like they're going to opt to do that, though. Rotating back through the underpass and pushing in up Banana, trying to take that ground that they have done previously and launch their attack on towards the speed bomb site. They do still have 3 smokes available, 2 Molotovs, 2 flashbangs as well, and HellRaisers don't have anything for themselves. So if they're able to place this right, they should be in with a shot here. But there are 3 players to contend with for HellRaisers. The smokes start to come through and the execute is started.
Dead Fox needs to go big and the boost will allow it, but he misses a shot. Damage onto Lekro, but he doesn't finish it off, and Crims will take him down in response. Zero in a position to deny the bomb, and with 30 seconds left, that could be crucial, but he only gets 1. Golden to trade, and Fnatic finally taking the lead here. A 3-on-2. HellRaisers not even going to be easy for the retake as the AWP dropped in through the smoke. Woxic dead, and Issa probably just looking to save.
Trying to find that AWP. Gets it eventually. runs away, but there is a flank, so he could actually be in a little bit of trouble. Flusher looking to shut it down, and he's going to be able to... Oh, no! Issa gets the CZ out in time, and it's going to be the kill going over to HellRaisers. So fnatic lose a gun. A player DCs, so...
Flusher. Wasn't it just Flusher who died there?
I think so. We've seen this before, and he reconnected relatively quickly, so we may or may not be seeing a pause.
Okay, good. So it wasn't a rage quit, hopefully. He's not just disconnecting and disbanding and leaving this team again. I mean, it's happened before.
Sure, but maybe, hopefully it won't happen again, right? I imagine if he hasn't reconnected, we will see a technical pause. Oh, no, there he goes. Okay, straight back in, so they are just going to be able to buy into this round and just play it out as normal. HellRaisers don't have a lot of money. But
I would like to see them buy anyway. Because again, reset potential for HellRaisers if they put their cash in, and yeah, they put their money where their mouth is. Buy up coming through for the CT side. A little bit of money left on a couple of the players, but it's a majority full investment. And fnatic maybe underestimating this as well. Flusher's down on a Mach 10. He's not going for that rifle, so maybe expecting a little bit less. Good nade towards the top of Banana. Zero and Dead Fox heavily tagged, and look at this as a response. They just run down trying to take the kills. Zero with one, but Dead Fox can't follow up, and Flusher finds two with the Mach 10. Underestimating the buy, but he gets away with it regardless and upgrades that to a FAMAS as fnatic. They don't even burst B, they just fake it with utility and send the rest up towards middle.
But look, HellRaisers haven't taken the bait. That utility being dropped, okay, now we're starting to see the rotates. They have spotted that smoke. They're looking to call their players away. They have still left someone A site though, so pushing up apartments, Issa looking potentially to flank onto the players pushing on B, but JW lets them know what's going on finally, unveiling the plan, fnatic to get the kill, and Flusher gets a very good shot on towards Issa that he probably shouldn't have done, but nonetheless, they are able to claim that one. The A bomb site has been taken. The bomb gets planted, and now they're on the hunt for Woxer. They don't want to let him save the AWP. They know where he is. He's taken one down, but he's only going to find just that. And it's fnatic to take another round and put it on the board. 12-8 is the scoreline.
It's a shame to see that setup from HellRaisers, because I thought they were going to at least commit with 3 players on the A bomb site after it was that 4v3 and they lost B. Because again, you can just go for that risk stack, right? If fnatic commit towards that B side of the map, HellRaisers, they have 3 on A, they just full save. If fnatic walk up towards the A site, you have enough defense to hold on to the bomb site. That's what you should do in those kind of situations. Even though rotations are quick, you don't want to spread your players so thinly, because you could see fnatic just took them out one by one, and there was no trade potential there for HellRaisers. So yeah, I was hoping for a bit of a stack, but doesn't matter at the end of the day. fnatic starting to pull themselves back into the game, however. 8-12, seeming to be 9. As we do see the eco come through for HellRaisers. Only 1 armored player and only 2 upgraded pistols on the back of that as well. So fnatic definitely favoured, and they know it. Mach 10's in play for both Golden and Flusher, and JW walking up mid.
Gets the spray, and the nades over on B land true as well as they continue their push. The Mach 10s are just devastating through these HellRaisers players. Now it's just Ista left alive. JW on the flank takes care of that one, and fnatic with a quick win on round number 6 of the half. Plus 15, round 21. There you go.
21.
21. That's an odd meme, but it checks out.
12-9. AWP back in the hands of Woxic, no armor to support it. But again, no warp here for fnatic. They keep it going. These Mach 10's even more deadly now that Woxic doesn't have armor to work with. Hey, it's essentially a bonus round halfway through the half, so risky, but if it works out, the amount of money fnatic are going to make off this is insane. Fast molly up, they try to push off the back of it, but they get counter-flamed out as Dead Fox just tries to hold on to this position, plays close in the smoke, they push on through, but he's there with the UMP, unfortunately not able to get it done. Golden finds the entry, and off the back of that, we're going to see instantly Woxic start his rotation, moving in through the CT spawn, coming to B for support. But again, fnatic, they're yet to commit.
They've yet to find anything. JW again putting pressure over on that A bomb site, so they can't leave that completely alone. Continuing to pressure on towards this B bomb site as well. 4 players sat in the banana position. Angel finally takes care of JW across the map, and now fnatic have lost a little bit of tempo. They've lost a little bit of ground, and HellRaisers haven't pushed in from this A site, so they do still have quite a lot of the map to work with, but they do need to do something. Smoke's lining up for B bomb site, and again, they look to put pressure on.
My eyes are on Woxic here. If he can get this job done, this could be perfect, but he misses a crucial opener. Zero as well has to follow up, but he only gets one. Two, in fact, actually. Tagged up to 10 HP, just has to stay alive, but he's peaked from Letcro, and the AWP shot only gets a tag onto Crims through the edge of the wall. So he's tagged down low, but with a bomb planted for him, this is perfect. Letcro still has a Molotov and a smoke as well, so can use that towards CT. As HellRaisers begin to push on back in, Angel's also tagged, so right now, fnatic, in my opinion, are in a favourable situation. No kits as well, as HellRaisers make a lot of noise. The Molotov going to force him to push on through, but Issa grabs a kill. Now it's a 1v2. Angel has to wait for the flames to disperse. And Crims trying to find himself a quick pick, trying to find himself an engagement, but Issa takes him down. The AWP saved, and the defuse found. HellRaisers, they pick up the retake.
I am not a fan of that use of the Molotov. They needed, I feel like they could have waited for a lot longer and actually stopped the defuse going through, maybe played both of their players short. I mean, you've got the plant for yourself. You know that they're going to be trying to take those angles on the back of sight, wait for them to come through. You're going to be able to hear it. They're going to be running on because they don't have a lot of time to play with. And you can just molly off that defuse, and instead what they chose to do is play up close, and they didn't actually go for the double peek. They were just taking 1 versus 2 faces, and as you can see, it didn't work out for them. HellRaisers take the round, and fnatic have to buy into this round. They do have the money, so that's fine. If they reset HellRaisers here, though, that is a very strong position for them.
Again, a strong position, but they're still down in the rounds. And Woxic, what is that? Pre-aims the angle, JW stands up into it, and he gets domed. A quick haircut found, and HellRaisers taking a man advantage into this round as Crims down towards the bottom of apartments with Letcro. They're not going to be able to find anything. Deep smoke in, but there's no way HellRaisers are going to contest that. They've already got this pick. They don't need to get aggressive. They don't need to be looking for kills here. Just hold, wait for fnatic to make their play with their own AWP dropped here on the T side. Flusher will retrieve it, but it's hardly a savior. At least not just yet. HellRaisers pre-rotate Woxic back off B. He doesn't go for that peek on Banana with the Molotovs flying in for fnatic. Still plenty of utility left, but they want to burst out of the apartments. With the bomb making its way up middle as well, they could just combine this for a quick A-take.
fnatic don't have the abundance of AWPers that potentially you'd see on a team like maybe G2 or something like that. So obviously losing JW this early on is pretty devastating, especially when you're trying to play around it. Those Molotovs starting to block off the angles, pushing in on towards the A-bomb site now as fnatic try and just line up anything, but the time keeps ticking away. You've got to be careful. We saw HellRaisers timeout on the first half. fnatic trying not to do the same thing here. 25 seconds now. Woxic playing from library, has his sights trained on towards the bomb site. If they go for this push, and if they don't make it work, then they'll be in trouble. Woxic finds 1, 2 for fnatic, make that 3 as Letcro claims the head, and it is just the A site being taken. 10 seconds left. The bomb gets planted. 2 players on the B bomb site for HellRaisers. They're just going to save. Fair enough. They do need that money. As I said, getting reset here is a very strong position for fnatic, as HellRaisers don't have any money really.
So back into this one. Again, keeping this game significantly closer than that of Mirage, and that's kind of what we hoped for as well, considering this isn't as bad as a map for fnatic. But still, HellRaisers giving up a lot of advantages. If you look at the scoreboard now, I mean, they're not doing great on the CT side. The rounds are getting reset pretty much every time. fnatic, they're keeping the pressure up and keeping the economy low. That is the name of the game here. They hunt for the kills, but they won't have time to find them. DevFox and Zero hold on to them for a little bit longer, but again, I mean, they can force up round these rifles because they got reset. Won't mean much. This should be another one for fnatic. They should be able to pull this back to at least 12 to 13 before we see the buyout from HellRaisers, and then that's where things get interesting. Then that's where one team can take the lead and potentially just close out this game.
Something that we've seen as well is fnatic moving in towards the second part of the halves much stronger than their first part. Yeah. So fnatic gearing up potentially to go for some aggression in this second part, but the trade comes through, and that's not really what they wanted to find. Zero taken very low, so that push up has exposed him pretty heavily. So on this full eco from HellRaisers, or not full eco, the force from HellRaisers, they do need to try and find anything they can get. Zero's managed to find himself an M4, so that's absolutely brilliant. But if they're not able to save that, that's not really going to matter too much. And they've opened up this A bomb site, completely. There's 2 players playing on the B. For HellRaisers, they know at least one's over there. Not too sure why they haven't fully rotated over, but they're going to be able to find Angel nonetheless, and now it's just 0 for HellRaisers.
I like how Fnatic aren't overthinking this one. They're just holding on. They know that Zero's probably going to try and look for a pick here, or at least play in a fairly aggressive position. So they just look to take him down before they commit to a bomb plant and go for any kind of site take. Because again, there's so many positions where HellRaisers could have put that last player that could have easily shot someone in the back. Safe play from JW, cleans up the round. It's going to be going to Fnatic. So 11 to 13, this is what we talked about. It should be 12 to 13, then we'll see the buy from HellRaisers. That's where things get interesting once again. But hey, I don't know. Fnatic in a great position to actually pull the full comeback and take this map by storm. Because again, if they take the round, the next round where HellRaisers actually have a buy put together, they're going to be up to 14 before you even know it. So yeah, this is starting to get very, very close. HellRaisers have got to begin to sweat. Their CT side looking a little bit more lackluster than that of yesterday. But again, it is always their T sides that kind of, you know, have the better performance. We saw that against FaZe, we saw it against Na'Vi, and we're seeing it here against Fnatic.
No utility for HellRaisers. They're safe for the one smoke for Dead Fox, so, and he's hovering over that. That's been chucked out now. So they have got nothing but those pistols, but those close range plays. Fnatic have got a little bit more in tow, as well as those guns. That Mac-10 as well in the hands of flusha. We've seen him get multiple frags with those before against pistol opponents. And a lot of players playing on the speed bomb site. A minute left on the clock, so they do have a lot of time. 5 versus 5, so still very much waiting out to try and figure out what's going on. flusha pushing on, trying to land the shots with the SMG, able to find one. Golden as well. Trime's back in, but it's not going to be enough. 2 players now on the retake for HellRaisers. They don't have anything to lose, so they are just going to be full pushing in. 4 players to contend with, though. Very, very unlikely they're going to be able to get anything. Exit frags probably more likely to be trying to pick up here for HellRaisers.
I like this for Woxic. Have a look at Woxic. He's actually going to check the spawn to see if there's any drop guns. There is. He finds an AK. This is very common that teams actually overbuy guns by accidents, miscommunication, people buying too much. And Woxic goes for the spawn and he finds an AK off the back of it. Very, very clever. You rarely see teams do that. And with a map like Inferno, where you can go down towards a T-spawn without having to push through one of the sites, it's going to be easy for him to get that gun. So yeah, very happy with that. Woxic won't be turning his nose up at a free AK-47 this round. And while Fnatic will find 12 as we expected, HellRaisers are back on the buy. So this is again where things get hopefully interesting. But Fnatic have done a fairly good job of coming back into the second half. But again, I say fairly because it isn't done just yet. They're still not leading. They've still got a couple more rounds to find before they take the lead. And this is going to be the most important one so far of the map. If Fnatic take this, and they are suddenly up to 14, and HellRaisers have to eco.
I'm imagining the rifle's going to be dropped over to Angel as the rest of them do buy up. Woxic picking up that AWP. The AK will be in his hands, so they are able to full buy, full utility, full nades, except for Woxic actually, who doesn't have any armor. Full glass cannon for him. Smokes across the board though, so shouldn't be too much of a problem. And just a full buy from Fnatic as fully expected. This is going to be where it comes down to. I think whoever wins this round is going to be launching themselves to win the game. So flusha pushing up towards the top of Banana, opening up for the peak, does a lot of damage to Dead Fox, but it isn't able to finish out the kill. The bomb all the way back in spawn, so they haven't actually played any of their cards just yet.
Taking this one very calculated, but flusha, he's just trying to sneak into B. We've not seen this before, and Dead Fox expects it. Wide peeks and takes him down. HellRaisers finding that first man advantage is massively important into this round, and they need to fall back off the back of it. You already see it happening. Woxic dropping to the site, Issa falling off the balcony, but Crims hears everything. So he knows these players are set up. He knows that they're playing passive. It's Fnatic do pull them back 1 kill. Golden sneaky into B, knows where Zero is as well, and he finds 2 kills. They just need to take B off the back of that. They just need to commit, because while we've seen some very slow rounds here from Fnatic, this can't afford to be one of them. Golden killed by the Molotov and the spray from Angel. It leaves just JW in the B bomb site. But now with the bomb dropped so far back towards T-spawn, Fnatic, they've started to run out of time. Crims is still pushed up, JW is still creating a nuisance down on B, and I hope they bring the bomb to him as well. If they bring the bomb to A, it's just unknown waters, unknown territory. Crims has to distract here and now, and he'll do exactly that. Issa dead, and Fnatic potentially to find B.
They don't have a lot of time, as you said, 20 seconds left, and Woxic misses the shot. Crims able to capitalize. Now it's just Angel, tries to turn the corner, and JW frags out the round, so they didn't need the plant in the end. They didn't need to go and get the bomb. Fnatic put 13 rounds on the board, and they have finally decided to turn up into this game, so I'm really pleased to see that they have come back, brought the scoreline even, finally 13 all, and they are in with a chance now of putting themselves all the way up to that 15 mark.
Yeah, definitely so. I mean, this is a 14th almost guaranteed with the amount of money HellRaisers are putting into this. They expect to buy up next round because of that loss that they built up from fnatic's winning round streaks. But again, they've really not got a whole lot of hope into this pistol round. We got some smokes, we've got some utility here for HellRaisers, but Fnatic are just darting up towards the top of B. Looking to open up this bomb side early will be flusha. Mac 10 back in the hand. We've already talked about how effective he is with this weapon. HellRaisers losing HP bit by bit. No kill to come in just yet. Fnatic slowing down on Banana, bringing the bomb back towards the spawn. Far from committed. Just looking to see if they can find a pick before they do.
Slow, fast to open, slow to continue. Fnatic waiting, biding their time. They know that they're against these pistols. They know that they don't want to take these close angles. Playing it slow and methodical, absolutely sensible. So they're just going to turn around and push in towards the mid. Issa playing this close angle from Boiler, looking to peek out, and he will spot 3. Doesn't manage to get any damage across whatsoever, and they do know where he is, and Golden will be able to close it down. Pushing, continuing to push on towards this A site. Woxic gets the frag, picks up the AK now. Doesn't have any armor on board, so he has a little bit of disadvantage. We'll be able to see straight through that smoke, though. That's not really going to cover off anything. flusha on the backlines, taken down to 2 HP as the bomb gets planted over on A.
Yeah, not really a retakeable round either. Look at the health left on the HellRaisers. That is devastating. Only Dead Fox with any HP, and he's not even got armor to support it. So right now, this is pretty much a lost round for HellRaisers. Fnatic looking to start cleaning up the kills, and flusha especially, but he can't afford to chase too heavily. He is low. Golden might be able to spot out Dead Fox. It's also close here. Everyone's so close to finding these kills, and Golden spots a leg, baits out the shot, and then takes the kill as well. So Dead Fox dead. flusha wanting to run away so he can hold on to his armor, because again, he's only got 2 HP, and Crims will catch out Woxic running back into the site for some damage. So Fnatic take it with a pretty clean round there. Despite the HP loss, they keep 4 alive.
They keep a lot of economic strength, and look at the money on the side of Fnatic. They've got 15k, 13k, 14k. They're ready, they're set for the rest of the game no matter what happens. HellRaisers will be struggling a little bit here. I didn't quite actually take stock of all of the money on their side, so I'll have to wait and see.
They should have enough because of just the loss bonus that they've started to build up. Yeah, this is fine. So it's not an issue going into this buy, but this is a scary round to be in if you're HellRaisers. 3 so far in the half. We've had Fnatic stomp this one back with 9. So far, looking very, very impressive on this second half, and you can't take it away from them. They have been bringing this back, fighting tooth and nail to take this second map away. They do, again, we've talked about this. They're currently sitting in first place, so obviously they're in a pretty comfortable spot. But that being said, you know, if they can just get a couple more wins, pad their stats, keep themselves in that first place spot, there's a very good chance they could be making it to finals at this point. We are seeing them as one of the almost guaranteed teams to be at finals, assuming they don't, you know, have a huge amount of upsets and suddenly start losing all these games. And again, this is a close one that they should have taken at least 1 map away. So this is so important now going forward. And flusha, so much confidence. He knows their money situation, but he sticks with the Mac 10.
He's been doing this so many rounds. I mean,
it works, right?
It works. So what they're doing is putting that aggression towards the top of Banana, going for those close range sprays with the Mac 10, trying to get the damage through, trying to just chip away and make them play those passive spots, because Fnatic seem to be very capable at just picking off those players, playing towards the back and getting those shots through, because they know how to check those angles, they know how to hold, and they know how to take those sites. They're very calculated and are very organized. But as you can see, Fnatic, the ones taking the chip damage this time. It's taken down 2 players under 50, and Crims as well, 74. So HellRaisers doing their job with their utility. Top of Banana, obviously very, very dangerous these days. A lot of utility gets invested there in the current meta. They just push through, and it's working out pretty well for HellRaisers. They do enough damage to make sure Fnatic aren't confident enough to push straight through.
And again, the Mac 10's even less lethal now with 43 HP on flusha. With an AK, you can usually just get that 1 shot. No chance of the Mac 10. You know, you need to hit a few shots running into a bomb site. I honestly, like, I understand why he's been doing it, because it keeps working out, but it's such a risk to throw in when you're 14-13 up, that maybe it could come back to haunt him. But again, if they lose this round, if Fnatic lose this round, they still have the money to buy up. So 14-14 after this, and then, you know, buy still coming through. But still, 30 seconds left, they're not committed, and it will be B as the bomb makes its way up. HellRaisers with the manpower, but not with the utility. 2 players, 0, crucial shot. Devvox trying to follow up, but all he needs to do is stay alive. They're not forced to take kills, and that's why he falls back. 0 as well drops a bomb, and this is massive work so far from the 2 on the site. The dynamic duo shutting down fnatic, and while Crims can at least fake out the bomb plant, he can't win the round. 1 more kill found, but they wait enough time that he hasn't even got, a bomb plant in sight. And Angel will clean up that round. 2 for 0, 2 for Angel, and 14 for HellRaisers.
It wouldn't have even mattered, to be fair, if he'd have gone down after time at that point, because of course fnatic have so much money now, they will just be able to buy for the rest of the game. HellRaisers now with the full buy coming out. Woxic reclaiming that AWP, and JW facing off against him. Crucial round now. If fnatic win this, HellRaisers essentially lose the game. If HellRaisers win this, fnatic have a good chance of taking it to overtime, and that's a very good start for them.
Indeed it is. Reset potential for fnatic, and they are going to begin things on right footing. Angel dropped its tagged in the apartments, the wallbang damage coming through for fnatic, and they just slow things down, as they have been doing on the C side, playing very, very slow and methodical. But that's mainly due to the utility usage from HellRaisers actually holding them back out of committing to sites, and that's why we've been seeing so many last second, 20, 30 seconds left takes from fnatic. It's no different story today as they're smoked out of middle. Lecro looking to make his way for support through Boiler, but another CT smoke comes down, so they can't even push, or at least it's a Molotov, I think. fnatic just biding their time, waiting for the time to push up, and Lecro going to be flashing them through. Now we see fnatic take up mid, and with already HellRaisers beginning this rotation, we see Devvox push down Banana, 0 start to come in through the CT spawn, and Woxic, AWP so close, he might be able to catch one, but he misses his shot. No idea how that doesn't connect. That is massive.
They missed the shot and give away their position as well. Devvox tries to get the flank. JW shuts that one out. And now the bomb can rotate all the way off to B because they forced out the rotates. Look at Lecro as well. He has pushed all the way through Arch. He's going to be covering the flank. He's going to spot out the player and get the kill. Crims as well on the A site as he drops down from the balcony. Issa shuts it off, but that's last man left standing versus 4. You're going to be tricky, hard pushed to win this one, and actually swaps out. Lucky to be able to get away with that, but the AWP is picked up by JW. Turns the corner and he is actually going to be able to shut it down. The bomb, meanwhile, on the B site has been planted. Issa not looking to go for this one. fnatic will be looking to hunt. They've got plenty of cash that they can play with here, so they don't need to keep these AKs on board. They can afford to go for it, and Issa is going to be shut down. They lose one person. That is more than worth it for fnatic, as HellRaisers looking absolutely abysmal on their economy.
Yeah, essentially unlimited money here for fnatic. They could buy up 5 auto snipers almost with the drops coming in from these players with lots of money. Crims and Lecro throwing some guns around.
Like fnatic. Ain't no thing.
fnatic, I mean, they might have just done this. HellRaisers don't have a good buy at all. We have a rifle, a UMP, and triple CZs. Overtime's going to be needed for HellRaisers, and even then, their CT side has been pretty weak, so fnatic already proving that they are a strong contender on Inferno. As we kind of thought, this could be a possibility coming into this game with recent performance looking up. Devvox, smoke on the molly, and that's so we can push in to support 0. Doesn't want him to be alone, and for fnatic to just push up towards Banana and grab a pick. So he comes in for support, but fnatic don't commit with the push just yet, so it's a wasted smoke. fnatic taking their time here.
Flusher nearly landing the headshots onto 0 through the wall, but he is just a little bit to the left. So they don't know that he's there. Playing that close angle could prove crucial. If he's able to get 2 frags with that CZ, obviously, that push will just be completely shut down. Flusher edging closer to that. Now they're going to know he's there. Now they're going to be able to tell what's going on. They're forcing them towards themselves and then falling back. I'm not too sure how HellRaisers thought that was going to pan out for them, but what's happened is they have less information now. They don't know how far forwards fnatic are. And Devvox going to try and take that position back, but they're not going to be able to. They've got 2 players to face up against, and it's really tricky. With that CZ, you need to land the headshot, you're dead.
And not a lot of time left for fnatic as they start to throw smokes into B. It's all honestly a fake. We see Woxic start to rotate, but they've not committed. They've still got 3 players outside the A bomb site. In 26 seconds, we could be seeing Angel just shut these guys down and drop the bomb again. We've seen this happen before, and Angel's done it. 2 kills of the CZ, flank out for Crims, but the M4 from Issa is enough to get the job done. 15 seconds. fnatic simply don't have time. They need to get some really quick kills. Flusher pushes on in. Issa finds another, and he'll round it out. HellRaisers bring it to OT. And again, The slow pace from fnatic, it comes back to haunt them. It's not even off utility this time. HellRaisers don't even shut them out with the smokes and the molotovs. They don't have any. They had a force buy for the last round. 3 pistols, for God's sake. And they win it.
That's...
Massive
I'm lost for words. fnatic have been dropping the ball time and time again. They get their foot in the door and it's just pushed back out and slammed in their face. It's not going well for them. They keep giving HellRaisers the chance to come back in, and you can't give a team like HellRaisers that chance. No. They're taking it with both hands, and they're, well, really just driving it home that they are ready to take on teams like fnatic, like FaZe, and like the rest of them.
Indeed they are. An OT, a prospect fnatic never wanted to come to after having a 15-14 anti-force buy. 1 rifle, a UMP, and 3 CZs, an Angel. And Issa, they do all they need to do and more. Just a ridiculous round, really. You could see it happening. As soon as fnatic hit that 30-second mark without a pick, I was just sitting there thinking, this is going to happen. You know, we're going to see something stupid. Angel shuts down 2 in middle, and Issa cleans up the job with the M4 as well. So no trade. Crims grabs 1, but that's it. Dear, oh dear, this is a very close match, and it's a very fun match as well. At least we've got some good Counter-Strike ahead of us, I'm sure, as we head into the first stages of OT in just a second. For those unaware, 16 KMR3, so 3 rounds on either half, and obviously pretty much maxed money out. You can't spend it if you tried. So yeah, going forward, predictions out the window. Who even knows what's going to happen?
It's in the hands of a higher power than us, certainly. So, as you said before, we've only seen 1 auto sniper buy so far in overtimes that we've had on the B stream, and that was didn't actually get used, I don't think.
No, Apex got a kill with it in B Inferno, and then he dropped it next round.
Of course, yeah, they threw it out the map because they didn't want to carry it forwards. It is a risk. I mean, in regulation, it's really risky because obviously you're spending so much money on it, and you're spending just the money really on getting that. It is a very powerful gun, but if it's not the same sort of power, because obviously the body shot with the AWP a lot more powerful. But that repeated shutdown through apartments specifically on what is it? What's the map called? Mirage. That's the one.
There we go.
On that B site, having that power to just repeatedly chuck those high power bullets down the range at those advancing terrorists. If they choose to rush, you're just going to be able to shut it straight down.
Indeed you are, and let's see if we see any crazy buys here. Spawns come in, and that's actually a good B spawn for a couple of players as well. As we go back into OT. First OT of the night, but might not be the last. We've got some close games coming up later, but let's stick to the here and the now. AWP on Woxic, same story on JW, and HellRaisers. They've got to defend CT now. This is where they've been struggling so far in their second half, and this time they need to go big. They've only got 3 rounds to make a statement here. And if they don't show up, then fnatic could be running away with this map.
Oh, wow. Okay, so a lot of utility again being used towards the top of Banana. We've seen this a lot in the current meta on Inferno. Just incendiaries going everywhere, HE grenades, and it's going to pay off, especially if Flusher pushes up like that. He's going to pay the price. Does just that. The HE nades find the kill. Now they're a man down as they aggress on towards the A site, pushing up mid, taking control of the apartments, and Boiler looks like they're going to launch their attack.
This double setup's dangerous. Angel, is he going for it? He's pushing up. They've already got a pick, so not really necessary, and he does a bit of chip damage, but nothing massive. As fnatic, they take this long control. They begin the wrap up towards this A-bomb site. Angel comes in through library, but I think they may have spotted him there, or at least seen the tags come through. JW's aware. He's holding the angle, fully blinded. He lines up. Damage done there by HellRaisers, but Golden's the one to pick up the kill. So 4v4, fnatic starting to wrap this A-bomb site, and only 2 defenders left on the CT side. JW coming in through long as well. Again, time low for fnatic, but this time at least they've got more control. Issa drops 1, and now fnatic run back towards B.
The time again just going to be ticking.
What?
Crims?
Hello?
Are you serious? Hero, okay, come on. You can't do that. That's absolutely ridiculous. Zero, able to find another kill and another kill. Comes out for the fire. fnatic, if they, like, is that a bug that they couldn't see the flames? Like, that's, okay, that's...
Oh, you understand it from the other players as they have enough HP to justify it, but Crims was on like 30, 40 HP. You're never going to make it through that Molotov. It does so much damage. It's like people don't realize. Ridiculous.
What was that?
What a way to lose a round.
No.
HellRaisers.
Right.
Double AWP in. Again, we talked on Mirage. This is something we don't see too commonly, despite having two capable AWPers, both Deadfox and Woxic. But it's in now, and Deadfox is challenging Banana. Molotov down. They may not know he's on the other side, but he misses the shot. Has to fall back as a result. And HellRaisers already kicking things off with a first round lead. This is really good for them.
Lands the shot, and there we go. Flusher falls again early on into the round. Pushing back actually takes a little tick of damage, but not too much from a bit of fire. Licking at the heels, certainly not as much as fnatic took, but it's going to be the case that they've already lost a man yet again. Early on into the round, you can't afford to do that. Those aggressive plays up Banana, just netting them a negative every single time they try it, and the bomb's still pushing up there. B site firmly held, and A site stacked up with 3 players. You really can't find anything. With 4 players left on fnatic, Crim's rotating in to join them on Banana. They need to set up for something, and they need to be able to get those 2 frags if they have a hope of taking this round on the entry to B.
They're just going to go barraging in. 4 players just trying to play the manpower game. JW unable to find a pick, but Deadfox is not playing that aggressive. He sits on the coffins. Nade goes out, could do some good damage, and it does. Makes these T's a little more squishy for the M4s, but both frags come in for fnatic. They find the entries into the site. HellRaisers not in a position to save again. Deep CT smoke. That will hold these guys out, but this is really unfortunate because, again, the issue is, right, you have so much money for HellRaisers, there's no reason to save. You may as well go for it, but it's not easy. Angel starts off, but he goes down. Woxic runs in through the smoke, and Lecro's playing close as well, but it's all down to whether Woxic checks the angle, sees the shot, gets it, but it's only 96 damage. Crims cleans up the job, and fnatic, they score it up with 16-16, so we're equal as we head into the 3rd round of this first half of overtime on the 2nd map. It's all to play for.
So again, as we said, plenty of money for both sides. 16k means that you can buy up every round. There is not going to be a problem with that. And HellRaisers choose to go for the double AWP. Now, we haven't seen this from them, certainly in this overtime. I don't think we've seen it in regulation either, the double AWP setup, as Deadfox actually picks it up. And see how they can do with it. Flusher, again, going for this aggressive play. It hasn't panned out for them before. They're able to get their ground here, and Crims opens it up onto Issa over on the A site. So now it's the shoes on the other foot as Flusher finds the frag entering onto the B site as well. And HellRaisers just losing loads of members. Straight away, fnatic have a command in this round so far. 2 players left alive on the hold. 1 on B, 1 on A.
Not a lot of options as well with being split up. Woxic will have to go big, but if you wanted any man for the situation, it'd be him. They hear the zoom. JW knows it, and he can just run in with the CZ75. fnatic 17 rounds on the half, so they lead it on T side, but I wouldn't say that's too strange. Again, we've seen both teams here struggle on the CT side. That's why we're in OT. And HellRaisers now moving over. They're going to need flawless if they want to take this win. Otherwise, we're going to be seeing either fnatic take it 19 to whatever, or even potential 2nd overtime. I feel like that's always a possibility coming into these kind of games. 2 very closely matched teams, a very closely matched map.
If you're going onto your weak half as well, it's very likely that that 2-1 record is going to come through for the enemy team. You imagine you're going to be able to get 1 round on, but those 2 rounds sort of almost certain, especially on a weak half. So overtime 2, very, very likely here. Oh, goodness me. 17-16 though, fnatic have the chance to take it home. They do need 2 rounds here. So if they're able to hold firm on this first round, HellRaisers won't have that sort of information as to where they're weak, especially on this 2nd overtime. fnatic have had a lot of time to think about how they're going to restructure their CT side, how they're going to sort of improve from the performance they had in the first half. Taking some tips maybe from what HellRaisers were doing, something like that, restructuring, and what are they going to be able to bring to the table?
And again, they could be a little more confident coming in here, knowing that they're now in OT. Yes, this is their weakest side, but at the end of the day, they brought it this far. Why give up now? JW AWP in middle. Again, seen this situation before with Angel instead of Deadfox. Oh, actually, no, it was Deadfox. Ollie won't spread, though. He gets away with it. Oh, just starts chipping, but he gets away. 76 HP. Woxic opening things up, so JW already dropped now in middle. And HellRaisers kicking things off with a bang, but it's Flusher to trade things out, and the aggression as well as they start to push down Banana.
Forcing Golden through, actually, the smoke with that Molotov meant that Angel does just fall down. As he does push through, and he's not going to be aware that there's a player actually all the way there. They didn't think that he'd have to push through, but that Molotov did force the play. Force the hand from fnatic. Now 3 players left alive, continuing into the round, setting up for an A take. So they've rotated away from this B bomb site. They are going to start to push on, and that incendiary grenade from up on high is just going to dissuade any sort of pacing that HellRaisers were trying to find. The spray from flusha, nearly finding the second as well. Issa goes down, and Woxic on the flank does pick up the slack, but he's left alone. Last man standing for HellRaisers. And this is a very good showing from fnatic on their CT side, coming off the weak performance that they had. Woxic, though, he is devastating with this AWP. Only 2 more to find. As Golden is on low HP as well, so he could go for the pistol kill on that, but he's pushing onto the A site, does spot out a player, but Crims has the headshot lined up, and there we go. fnatic put themselves on the verge once more of taking the map home here on Inferno.
HellRaisers are going to need to pick up the next 2 if they want to take this to OT number 2, or fnatic, as you say, right and ready to equal up this scoreline to find 1-1 in this series.
35 kills.
That's pretty insane, considering he bottom fragged the first map with 9 and 20. 35 kills is definitely an improvement from the man himself. Let's see if he can keep it going. As JW sits in middle with his own AWP. Last time he got picked, this time, different story. He does damage. Woxic tagged to 50. And no rebuttal damage as well. He can just fall back happy with that. Even though it's not a kill, and again, the AWP is still effective despite having half HP. It's just a little bit easier for fnatic. It means he's more susceptible to nades. Again, the M4s can one-shot him. It's just all these little details that you've got to take into account. And now JW, I like this actually, rotating down through B. He's going to give up the A site control for the meantime. The issue is HellRaisers going for the set execute.
Big head in the sky. Show us what you've got, HellRaisers. Now is the time to bring it. They need to come through with both of these next rounds because they need to take this to the second overtime. Already they're at a disadvantage. They're letting the clock run. It's a minute, so they still have plenty of time, but they need to be ready. They need to be set up. And A site, again, this focus that we've seen from HellRaisers, not from fnatic. They tend to go up that aggressive banana play and then draw back and then spread out. HellRaisers, it seems like they're just focusing on A a little bit more than fnatic. And they haven't really tried to do anything just yet. This full rotate coming through. flusha is just going to be able to back it up. Sorry, 1 player left on B side, so it's not a full rotate, but they have given ground and they have allowed HellRaisers to push up just that little bit.
Yeah, so much defense on this A bomb site, and flusha's going to show it. Starts off with 1, although the T's start to pull things back as they rotate down towards B. Bomb quickly makes its way into the site, and somehow HellRaisers have done it. They not only fooled me, but they fooled fnatic, and that is massive. They take the B bomb site for free. A good wrap in through the spawn as well comes in from Zero as he gets himself the double entry up on the A bomb site. fnatic obviously going for the retake. Why not? Nothing to lose, but not a lot to play with. There's 2 rifles left to come back in. They may be able to do damage, but that's not enough when you're in 16k MR3. Letcro, another kill, and Zero drops Crims. That should seal the deal surely, but again, it is worth going for. Triple peak comes in, or double peak, sorry, and Woxic he'll close out with the frag to find the last player of fnatic. 17 rounds for HellRaisers. I am slipping up here.
It's been a very confusing match.
Yeah, this is honestly been the weirdest match I've casted throughout the entirety of Pro League so far.
Yeah, it's very unexpected. It seems like over the past 2 days, we've had just some incredible turnarounds, some unexpected results. We've seen, you know, LDLC beat Ninjas in Pajamas. We've seen G2 be taken down to the wire by LDLC as well, and Na'Vi as well take down LDLC. So some crazy games coming through. fnatic looking to close this one out here and now versus HellRaisers. 18 rounds on the board. They just need that 1 more. They're guaranteed at least a second overtime, but they do need to make this one work if they want to just win it here. Yeah,
don't want this game to go on for any longer if you're fnatic. You want to close this out here and now. Crims falling back to the site. It's Letcro to begin things with the M4 from Pit. Takes down the first. HellRaisers committing this time. There's no flank coming out. There's no rotation down towards B just yet. As JW moves around the angle, trying to spot more. He gets it. Dead Fox dead in the water. And the bomb's still here alone, but it's Woxic to pick it up. Takes him down with the AWP. And HellRaisers, they make their job slightly easier, but they're still down a man. Luckily, Angel will equal up the numbers, leaving just Letcro and Pit, but they should know he's here. He's already striked from this exact position, flashing himself out, trying to keep himself alive, but it's flusha that will defend him from long. Drops Zero and leaves just Woxic, but who else would you want to do it? Apparently, it's not enough. Letcro finds it, and fnatic will be able to take down the map 19-17. They close it out on Inferno, and they split the series 1-1 with HellRaisers.
In overtime as well, so they do take a reduction in points there. So that's not going to be the full victory that they were hoping for, but they managed to win it in the end, and that's really all that matters. I mean, they're still going to be sat at the top of that board. They're still going to have that win on their ratios, and it's so much closer than we thought it would be. HellRaisers have been doing a lot of work. They've been taking on these top teams and just coming out really, really good.
They have indeed, and a great performance from them again. I would have hoped to seen a 2-0 in that series. I really felt they could have done it, especially, you know, after a great first half. And even when fnatic came in the second half, they got the pistol, they got reset by the force buy. Obviously, great work done from HellRaisers in that sense. But yeah, not able to close out the map. Great performance from fnatic to bring it all the way and bring it all the way to OT for the win. But yeah, splitting maps, I'd say that's pretty good to start off the night. Obviously not going to be our only match for today. We've got another one coming up in just a few minutes. That will be Heroic versus Mouse Sports, bringing us you that on both Nuke and Mirage. So a little more Mirage later on, and obviously Jake's favourite to observe Nuke. But yeah, just a back and forth match. Obviously, a bit of a weird one. Some weird rounds, some cool clutches, and a great performance as well from both Crims and Woxic. Again, MVPs for that matchup. Surely we saw this clutch from Woxic. I mean, Crims put up almost 40 kills as well. So just some real outliers here for HellRaisers and fnatic.
It still feels like fnatic aren't playing up to their full potential.
No.
I think they're a lot better than this. It seems like they can take it all the way, but they are, once more, just making some small slip-ups. Like, for instance, the final round of regulation time, they absolutely should have won. They had the advantages everywhere. They had so much to play for. You can see this just double kill from Angel towards mid, and they were just able to just close it out, and that's something that you can't allow a team like HellRaisers to do, and certainly not any of the sort of higher regarded teams as well, because they are not going to give you as much leeway as HellRaisers did.
Well, talking of closing out, we're going to close out this segment and send it to a quick break. We'll be back with Heroic versus Mouse Sports. The second map, second match. The first map going to be Mirage. Nuke. I'm not getting anything right.
That's all right.
Just go to a break. We'll see you later.
Should we even do CS:GO?
Nah, let's do League. We'll see you later, guys.
ESL Pro League is brought to you in part by Intel, the City of Odense, GeForce GTX, Lenovo Legion, Bedway, Pay Safeguard, Logitech G, Mountain Dew League.